Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be for a DeWalt right angle attachment. So I've tried several of those over the years. I started out with that yellow one that was kind of the original one. And then I upgraded to this one, the black version. And this one runs you $25 on Amazon. I can't remember what the part number is. It's not on here anywhere, but maybe that Amazon picture will have it. If you have a hard time finding it, I will have a link in the description. But the thing I liked about this one was it was way more magnetic right here. Then that yellow one, I can't even remember if the yellow one was magnetic at all, but that's the reason why I kind of changed to this one. Well, this is a newer version. I'm not sure how new, but it's new to me. I just found it. It is the DeWalt DWALRAFT. You can see here it is a lighted right angle attachment. So also it's flex torque, which that's what gives it that claim of 10 times longer life, you can see here. But the big thing is powerful LED light, also rechargeable. If I go to the back of the package, you can see USB cable included. I'll show you those here in just a minute. But the only thing you probably want to see back here, but I'll put it there in case you want to pause it, is that made in Taiwan. That's where it's made. A lot of people are going to ask that question. But let's go ahead and get out of the package. I'll show you what's in the package, and I'll show you the difference between it and that older version. So now that we got it out of the package, we'll talk about the features, what you get in the box, and then I'll compare it to that older model. So again, $25, $35. What are you getting for that 10 more bucks? The obvious thing is going to be that LED. That's the main reason why you would buy this. Power button right here, you just press that, turn it on and off. It is a rechargeable battery in there. Here's a downer for a lot of you. It is micro USB. And on top of that, they give you a super small cable with it. So if you plug that into any kind of receptacle, that's going to hang basically. They should have gave you a little bit longer cord, but they probably couldn't fit it in the packaging. But you might want to go ahead and plan on getting a longer cord. I couldn't find any of the battery information on the outside of the package, but I did find this on the manual. So it is a 95 milliamp hour battery. It is lithium ion, but there's the information on the battery itself if you want to check that out. And then outside of the LED light, the other nice feature that you get for that extra 10 bucks is that it does come with a handle. So it comes with this right here. This slides onto the back side. You slide it over, turn it, lock it into place. If you ever want to remove that, you just pull this little tab right here, slide it again, pull it off. I don't know why you'd probably ever want to take that off. You might as well just leave that on there. But then it also comes with this handle, and it screws in on either side, so you have a left or a right. So you could put that in. That's going to allow you to hang on to it while you're using it in an impact to keep it from spinning around. You know, this one doesn't have that option. You basically have to hold it with your hand. So sometimes that's going to be nice, but obviously you can't use that in super tight spots. And that comes into the biggest differences. So if we look at the differences and similarities between this and the older model, the obvious biggest downside and difference is going to be the size. Look at the difference in the thickness of it. This one's obviously a lot thicker, both directions. But the biggest thing to me is going to be that length. You know, this one's going to allow you to get in some other spots. This one is 4.5 inches from the tip to tip, and this one is 6 inches. So you're losing 1.5 inches in space that I can get in somewhere to get it. But again, this one does have the handle, also has that LED light. Maybe that's more important to you. They both have that same kind of magnetism, but that magnetism only works really with the smaller bits. So if I take a smaller Phillips bit, let me find one out here, stick it in there. Then if I go in here and get a screw, it's going to pick up that screw because the magnet is right there. So both of them have that same exact feature. It's basically the same head on both of them. If you put in a longer bit, you're not going to get that magnetism. Your screw has to basically be close to here. Now to get these out, once you put those smaller bits in there, your original thought would be, hey, I'm going to have to get a pair of pliers because that's way down in there. I can't pull that out with my fingers. So if you got a pair of pliers on you, you got to grab a hold of it, yank it out of there. But both of these have a feature that many of you might not even know about. I didn't really pay attention to it until I saw this sticker on this one. If I take something and poke it inside of this hole on this one or the older version, you can push that bit out to where you can grab it with your finger and get it out. So I didn't even know about this on that one. I guess I missed it, but this little sticker right here made me realize that it works on both those. So in function, as far as magnetism goes and all those things, they're exactly the same. Biggest difference is size with this one might win, but then again, you get the LED light and the handle on this one. And some of you might say, well, I can just use the lights on my impact. It's not really that far away to make that big of a difference. I'm going to have these lights right here shining on this area. What kind of difference is this light going to make? But let me show that to you here. So I'm going to show you the difference between just the lights on the impact and then also the light in combination with the right angle adapter. I'm going to show you on this screw here. Obviously, I wouldn't have to use a right angle adapter on this screw, but I can't get my camera in a super tight space where I would normally use this. So just to show you the difference between the two, and the impact that I'm going to be using is the M12 with the 3 lights on the front. So that's going to be even brighter than the Surge that I typically use. If I use just the impact alone, pull the trigger, definitely lights up my area enough where I can see it. But notice the difference between that and the DeWalt LED turned on. Brightens up that screw exactly. I can see my Phillips head. Wouldn't have a problem getting this to fit in there. Definitely a lot brighter than just the impact alone. But there you go, guys. There is the DeWalt LED right angle attachment, the DWALRAFT. DeWalt always has those crazy part numbers, but basically, if you feel like this light would be a help to you, then it might be worth the money to go ahead and get this one. I think that handle is probably going to be more helpful to a lot of people that this one doesn't have. But again, if you've already bought this one, you're already $25 into it. Is it worth it to you to go ahead and spend another $35 to get an LED light when you can kind of see, or you could use your own flashlight? But one nice thing about having this in your tool bag is I guess you could use it as a light to light up the inside of your tool bag. But other than that, it's just up to you whether or not you feel like it's worth the extra money to get those 2 features right there. Also, the fact that this one might get you in some tighter spots, that might be a better fit for you, but you only know the answer to that question. I'm just showing you this one in case this one might be a better fit. Let me know down in the comments below which one you think is the best. Also curious about your feedback if you have either one of these. How well do you like those as well? But I hope this video was helpful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video.